All right, hello, and how's everybody doing out there? I've been getting a lot of interest on the cube I posted in the Blender site on Facebook, and I thought I'd kind of go about how I did it. Um, Normally, people delete that right as the Blender starts. They go in here and just boom, they select everything, and then they delete the cube and the camera. And sometimes I just feel that it could be useful to keep around, but not all the time. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and recreate it for you and show you how I did it, in case you guys are wondering. Um, One person I really like so far is Andrew Price, Blender Guru, and he always recommends having a reference image. So, you know, I just don't want to pull a cube out of thin air and not really know what I'm trying to do here. So let's do that. I'm going to go up to Add, Image, and then Reference, and then I got a cube ref here, and then I could do this. Okay, and here it is. I got a cube reference. I think I could, go in here and click on this and then move it. I'm going to say G to move, G to grab, and then Y, and then kind of move it out of the way here because I want it. Oh, geez, my little view thing's open. I'm going to hit N to shut that down. But yeah, so this gives us an idea of what we're shooting for because we got the cube. It's got a bunch of sides. Not sure how many. I mean, I don't have that kind of time. Just be counting sides all day. But what I want to do is recreate this. So there's probably some easy way to go about it, but I've never done anything easy in my life, and I'm not about to start now. So with that being said, I had to go up to you go up here to Edit and Preferences, and I don't know why it keeps showing up on a different window, but it does. And I'm going to go ahead and start typing the word mesh, and um, um, or is it extra? That's it. Add mesh extra objects. Click that. Okay, so add mesh extra objects. You see that? Okay. When we do that, when we go to the add menu and go to mesh, we now get single vert. So I'm going to go ahead and add a single vert. Now, green is Y, X is red, and then, well, I'll grab this image and then say grab, and oops, wait a minute, I went to edit mode. Anyway, I'm back into object mode. I'm gonna click on this and hit grab, and then Z, and you get a blue line, and that's so X, Y, Z. Okay, we're all in the same sheet. So I'm gonna go back and click my vert here, and tab into edit mode. So now, if I click the letter N, it'll bring up properties for this item. I'll click on item here, or nothing selected. Pretty sure some selected. There we go. Interesting. So what I want to do is I need to create these vertices that are associated with this cube object. So we're going to use the grid here, so we want the cube to be as big as the bottom of this grid. So I'm guessing, if I go up here to start typing, I could probably just do 1 tab 1 tab 1, boom, and there it is. We got a vertice just kind of floating out there in space. But if you notice, if we look down, it's 1 away from on the X, it's 1 on the Y, and then we go here and it's 1 on the Z. So we got like the 3 measurements here. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna start using shortcut keys now. So Shift A in single vert, add, and then we're gonna say -1, and I'm gonna hit enter, and you can actually see it went -1, and then I'm gonna say 1 on the Y, and now we want to go where? Up, right? So that's positive because up is positive. Boom. Now we have 2. We have 2 vertices just kind of floating there in space. One's selected already. I'm going to hold the shift key and select the other vertice and then hit the F key. And now we basically have an edge, just like a edge floating there in space. So let's do this again. Shift A, single vert, add. And now I want to do what? We can go several different directions here. So I'm going to say -1 just to see where we're going. Okay. -1, and then I'm going to say 1 on Y. Oh, and then, yes, and then -1 on Z. Okay, there we go. And then I'm going to say Shift A, single vert, add single vert, and let's do that again. Let's go 1 on X. Oh, I went the wrong way. That's okay. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Okay, 1 on Y, and then -1 on Z. Okay, so if we look, we got 4 vertices. We're 4/8, or if you reduce that fractionally, it's 1/2 of the way there. That's for you math lovers out there. So I'm going to go ahead and shift click on this, hit F, and that gives us an edge there. I'm going to click there, and then I'm going to hit F there, and I'm going to click on this one, and then shift click there, and then F. Boom. Now, since we already have 2 of these selected, I vote that we just go ahead and click these 2 guys, and then now we have a 4-pointed polygon. Polygon? Anyway, N-gon? I don't know the difference. But now we have a face. All right, let's keep chugging. Control A, single vert, and now we want to start doing -X. So -1. Oh, geez, I must have not. What the heck happened there? I must have thought I was doing a camera move. So I'm still selected. I'm going to do a -1. Okay, and then I'm going to say a 1 on the Y. That's not right. Let's do a -1 on the Y. That seems better. And then a 1 on the Z. All right. Okay, remember I was saying we kind of want to make it match these guys. That's perspective. If I hit the number 5, I bet you, yes, or orthogonally, it looks like it's right on line there. But if we hit the perspective mode, then it doesn't. Please don't look up that word orthogonally, because I don't know. Okay, Control A, single vert. We're going to go -1 again on the X, and then we're going to go 1 on the Y. Why is it doing that? It's like switching a camera view on me because I'm... No, that's the wrong direction for reals. Okay, and then -1 on the Z. All right. Okay. Whew. I'm going to hit shift click here, F. I'm going to click on this vertex and this vertex, F. Click on this vertex, shift click on this vertex, F. Since there's already 2, I'm going to go ahead and just do these 2 guys, and then F, and now we got a face. Now, we're almost there. I mean, if we're looking at the reference image, you could just tell that, you know, we're on the right track. So, let's keep going. Single vert, and then let's do 1, and then -1 on the Y, and then we can go either way, either up or down on the Z. So 1, -1, 1. Okay, and then we're going to add 1 more. And this is the last one. 1, and then, I don't know what happened there. Let me undo that. Oh, it went out of, okay, edit mode. -1, and then now we're going to go down. -1. Boom. That's the most negative point of all. It's just, no, it's not. That one is. That one's the most negative. It's got all the negatives up there. Negative, negative, negative. Okay. So now that we're here, I'm going to go ahead and click here. Click F. And then I'm going to click here. And then here. And then F. So I'm just trying to, you know, get these points to come together. I mean, not come together. Just be connected. All right. F. All right. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to create the actual faces. So shift click, shift click, shift click, F, shift click, shift click, shift click, shift click, F, shift click. I probably don't have to say that every time. And now there's just a little hole in the bottom. So we'll click these guys. And whew, we're done. We did it. I'm going to go ahead and look in this this view here. This viewport shading to see, maybe I'll look in this one. That one looks better. But as you can see, it looks pretty close to our reference image. So let's go ahead and take a render and see what we come up with. No cameras found in scene. Oh, okay, so we deleted the cameras. So I'm going to go ahead and go add, and then I'm going to find a camera. Is there a camera? Oh, you know what? I'm still in edit mode. So let's go ahead and tab out of edit mode. There we go. Now when I go to the add menu, I should see a camera. Jeez. All right, F12. Let's see what this thing looks like. Must be taking a minute. Oh, let me check something. I'm going to click on this and then, oh, so the camera is inside. It's inside the cube. So we got a picture of inside the cube, which is cool if you're a doctor, you know, if you want to click inside things. So we got to move the camera. So since these location, everything's up already, let's just throw some numbers out there. How about a 7 point, let's see, 3589? That sounds good. And then, okay. Why? Because negative 6 point, I'm just making up some numbers here. 9258. Let's see what that does. Okay, it kind of moves it up a little bit. I'm feeling like we should have a 4.9583. I'm not sure why. All right. That's weird. What's that look like? Yeah. Okay, pretty much what I expect. Nothing. It's there's nothing to see out there. It feels like Central Idaho. Now, if you're from Central Idaho, don't get mad, because I've been there and it's pretty much like that. I tell you what, let's do this. Let's get on the camera rotation. Let's do a 63.6, and then 0. I'm gonna do a 0 for the X, and then for the Z, how about a 46.7? Huh, that seems to have done something. Let's look through the camera by hitting the 0. Okay, look at that. So if we go into like a more of a rendered mode, we you know, if I'll actually render it right now. Let's just do that. Let's get crazy. Oh, it's really dark, but it's there. I mean, the cube's there, so I mean, we're good, right? I guess I could add a light. Let's do that. I'm gonna go ahead and hit 0, and then I'm gonna go up to the add menu and come down to light, and let's do a point, I guess. And probably, I bet you if we look, yeah, it's inside the cube. It starts at where that weird icon thing is all the time, I've noticed. So let's go ahead and give this a location. I'm gonna just pick up some more numbers here. How about a 4.0762? Okay, well, that brought it out on the X. It needs to be up a little farther. I'm gonna do a 1.0055 on the Y. And now it needs to be like up in the air, I believe. So how about 5.9039? Oh, see, now we're getting it up in the air there. And I might as well add some rotation to it. Let's see, 37.3 is a good number. You know, 3.14 is pi, and it's always getting a lot of attention, but his big brother, 3.16, doesn't get a lot of attention. I'm going to go ahead and add that as the Y rotation. And then 107 degrees, I don't know why. Okay, so let's go ahead and render now and check out this cube. Huh. That's interesting. Let's check something. Oh, 10 watts. Ah, man, that's like the one you put in a easy bake oven. I'm gonna try to like jack that up to 1,000 and maybe drop the radius to 0.1. I don't know why, but let's go ahead and take a look-see. Hey, ooh, I guess you can't see that. Hey, look at that. It's a cube with a light shining on it as seen through a camera at a specific location and rotation. Yeah. Well, if you want to know more about how I did this, feel free to hit me up for any recommendations. I'm here for you guys. I'm learning too. We could all learn together. And yeah, have a good night.